Guys, we need to have a very frank conversation today because I'm very worried. I've been getting some messages from you, and you've all been telling me something that possibly is going to cut out a lot of opportunities for you. And you need to understand one thing. And this is mainly the whole message of this video. You are your biggest asset. And you're awesome. I've been through your LinkedIn profiles, I've been through your messages, the things that you told me, what you've already done, what you plan to do. But if you don't change this one thing, it's over. And we're gonna talk about that in this video. You need to understand how big of an asset you are and how you can change the way you think about many things and how this is going to influence you, your life, your career, your chances of succeeding, and so on. You're gonna become a better professional, a better person, and also a better global citizen. Stay tuned. Hello you guys, how are you all doing? If you don't know me, my name is Hanchuk, and in this channel I talk mainly about becoming a better global citizen and building up a successful, thriving international career. I do so from the perspective of somebody who's accompanied immigrants in his own country, immigrated himself, and is a recruiter for a large corporation. So if you want to change your life, this is the video for you, because in this video, I am gonna teach you one mindset trick that is going to make you understand that if you have this one thing, you don't need any job. Okay, you always be able to get employment or generate income yourself because you understood this one little aspect. It is life-changing. And if you think life-changing content that is gonna help you out throughout your whole life deserves a like, give this video a like. Also, regularly I'll be bringing out videos to you guys in which I give you tips about how to build up an international career, get a new job, get promoted, and be better out there. So if you think that you deserve this, if you want to help yourself out in this path, help me help you and subscribe to this channel, hit up the notifications bell button, follow me on Instagram, send me your questions, engage, and we are gonna be on this journey together because I wanna help you succeed. So I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys in which you ask my opinion on a couple of things. So you ask me, hey Marcus, do I need to have this, this, and that to get into position X? Or do I need to do this, this, and that to be capable of doing Y? And the answer is, sometimes you do. Sometimes you really do have to have the one or the other requirement. The one thing that worries me on these conversations is the motivation, because this is key. You know, so if you want to only accomplish something in order to check out boxes in an application to say, okay, I fill requirement X, Y, Z, this is why I deserve the job, you're not having the correct motivation. Okay, so you obviously need to study medicine to become a doctor. There's no way around it, and I'm really grateful that you have to do so. But if you only study medicine for the sake of studying medicine, or for the sake of becoming a doctor because you think this would be a very good profession, you get a lot of money and so on, you're doing it for the wrong motivation. The one thing you have to think about is you want to learn, qualify yourself, develop yourself, and so on, first for yourself and to add value to your own life, to do things that you really enjoy doing, because if you do them, you're gonna strive, you're gonna succeed. This is a talk that you've probably heard from many people, and it's kind of a little bit of burned, but it's so real. What I wanna say to you, do things for yourself because you're interested in them and because you want to learn them, you want to develop yourself, you want to improve yourself, and you want to create value. When you are at a company, the most important thing is you bring value. This is why they pay you, because you actually generate more money than you cost them. So when you understand that, you'll be able to be getting income regardless of your situation. If you understand your value, you can provide value even without being employed. You can get clients in order to provide your services, provide your products, and so on, because you really understand what you can do for others and you bring it out there. This is very important. So in my case, I'm a recruiter and I work in HR. Programming skills are not really necessary in the HR area. At least not when you're a common recruiter and you interview people, review resumes, and so on. You don't really need to know how to program. During my graduate program, I was in finance, I was in strategy, and I was in HR. But during the pandemic, I decided to start to learn how to program. I wanted to learn Python to understand the candidates that I was going to have once I got into my recruitment position. And by learning a little bit of Python, I could automate a process in the finance department where I was in, and I could automate also another process in the recruitment area where I am right now. By doing so, this isn't a hard skill that I had to check. This wasn't a box I had to check to fulfill my job, but I learned it for the sake of it because I think it's fun, because I want to understand my people, my candidates, and yeah, it's a good thing. It's also the reason why I'm doing an MBA in digital business. I want to understand my candidates. I want to understand this IT world, machine learning. I want to understand all of those topics, and I really want to bring that to my life. I am not doing an MBA because I'm going to get a better pay. I'm not doing an MBA to get promoted and so on. I really want to understand the people that are in front of me whilst I'm doing an interview. And this is the sake for, or the reason why I'm doing those things. And last week I got a call with a guy who is in Dublin, Ireland, actually a very great friend of mine who is there and wants to start in supply chain. And he was talking to me about, hey Marcus, I really want to start my job in supply chain here in Ireland, and I see that this IT topic is becoming very important in our everyday life. Do you think I need to start learning how to program in order to get a job? And my answer is, you'll probably love it and it's not as hard as you think it is, but you don't need to, because from your tone of voice and from what you're telling me, you don't really like it and you cannot imagine yourself doing it in your profession. Now imagine you learn it and it's a requirement for your job description. You will have to do it in your daily business. You'd be miserable, just as a doctor who doesn't really want to study medicine. But if you're somebody who learns things for the sake of himself, you always find ways to use it and to add value. I don't need to speak any foreign languages besides German and English in my job. But by knowing a little bit of the French system, I could explain our contracts in Germany to a candidate who's coming from France, which is great. It's magnificent to be able to do so, and this is what makes an excellent service, in my opinion. Another thing, okay, you're great at cooking. You can be a great cook in the greatest restaurants because you have the skills acquired in the best cooking schools in the world, right? You will get jobs at various restaurants, but even if any restaurant doesn't employ you, you can make your own restaurant or you can provide your own lessons about cooking because you have the skill set that you've acquired. It's your value. You can add it with or without employment. So really think about your motivation about doing stuff. You want to do this degree because you're passionate about it, because you want to learn more, or you want to do it because it's just a requirement. Don't fill boxes. You cannot control what companies are going to put as requirements out there. Sure, you should have a look. Maybe you get through the boxes, ideas of things that you can do and things that you're passionate about, and things where you actually want to develop yourself. But don't do it just for the sake of filling boxes. Don't do it. Do it for yourself. Add value to your life. And you're gonna be in control of what is going on. You're gonna become independent of an employer. You're gonna be an entrepreneur in your company because you invest in yourself. You see yourself as your biggest asset, and you're well aware of the value you bring. So this is the message from today's video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, any comments about that, write that down in the comments below. And subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and so on. I wish you all a great spring. It's so great to have the sun out there. I'm going for a walk right now. Yeah, cheers.